section are you in? I'm sorry.
I don't know if we can go back now.
Just what section are you under? I'm sorry.
It's notice of violation that's on like page 3.
Page 3, section.
Sorry, I didn't write it down.
No, you're good.
Probably 4.
It was under the notice of violation. It just basically, says that they'll, obviously reasonably leave behind some kind of documentation. But
5,
it's, yeah.
Five.
page 5.
Got it.
Sorry, I read it on my iPad, so it's
No, you're good.
different.
Don't apologize. You're perfect. Shall make such violation by means of an inspection report or written notice. So I think we could ask Maura to do that informally, but I think for the purposes of a notice of violation, I think the notice does have to be in writing.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm not debating that. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it would be helpful to businesses that they're made aware, especially if there's a person there in charge, senior employee or an owner, that there was a problem. Here are the things you can do to sort it out, not just leave behind a scrap of paper.
I'm not following, I'm sorry.
So I think Mr. DeProto's point is that under A, when there's a violation, it's in writing, and he's asking if there could also be a verbal notification in addition to the written notification. I would think that maybe the way to pierce the baby is just to ask Maura to make a habit of calling or speaking with somebody before she leaves to let them know that there's going to be a violation, but
You're saying they don't do that?
In the past, yeah, I've had experiences where, and it's not a consistent thing. I've had incidences here in town where at a business, someone leaves behind a notice but does not notify a senior staff or an owner that there was a violation.
Okay, I'll have a talk with them.
No, I'm not saying
Yeah,
that's an
I don't think
ongoing
it
issue.
needs to be- No,
Okay.
instead of a change, I'll have a talk with them.
I can share that Wes typically, and I typically only see Wes when he does inspections, and he will sit down with me at the end and go over the entire thing.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Typically. But if I'm not on hand, I don't know who he would go over it with. Whether it be the my food service manager or what, I mean, I get it. If you're not there,
Well, I'm not saying this is an ongoing issue, but I have
Yeah.
had problems in the past where it's just to be really nice to know that there was a problem, because especially as you get a more
Absolutely.
complicated operating environment, it may even happen and you don't even know it, and then you get a nasty letter in the mail. It's like, I didn't mean to,
Right.
Anyway, I don't want to.
no, I know what you're saying.
Is this employee still employed?
What do you mean? Do you mean my employee or
No,
the inspector?
Town's employee,
I have no idea.
okay.
Sorry, I'm not trying to single out anybody or say that it's an ongoing issue, but I just thought maybe this is the opportunity to put it into the ordinance. I don't know how other people feel about that.
Well, I don't think we can change this now.
well, I think I think we can based off of the public hearing feedback, but I would think that, Jamin, your point's well taken. I think it's probably a practice, not something that needs to be in the actual ordinance, because.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, then if you mandate that they talk to somebody, what if nobody's there, then how do you, then that creates an issue. So I think.
That's fair.
We can just ask the town manager to make sure that there's a verbal communication that occurs, at least informally, before they leave.
Yeah,
Sort of
if
a
possible.
Call back to the manager or the person or
Yeah.
the owner in charge.
Yeah.
All right,
Agreed.
we'll get it done.
Okay, any other comments?
Hey, James.
Oh, go ahead, I'll give Paula. Go ahead, Paula.
Okay, under section 189.14, well, that's one of the ones we're talking about, correct?
Correct, sanitation, yes.
Right, okay, well, it talks about spitting on a trolley car. Why do we need that at all, unless there are trolley cars in Cromwell that I don't know about?
What section is that? 189, what's the sub?
189.14, the title is spitting restricted. You can't spit in a trolley car or on the platform.
Or on the floor of any public building, which would be for like spitting tobacco.
Oh, all right, but do you want to remove the trolley car part or just?
What if we
leave
get a
it
trolley
there?
car?
I say we leave the I mean, I think the reference to a trolley car is really charming.
You think, okay, you think it's charming? Okay.
I think
That's
it's charming.
fine.
I mean, it also talks about scarlet fever and others and other things in here too. That smallpox, which I guess smallpox
Okay.
is back in, but scarlet fever, we'll say that one. Yellow fever, typhus.
Okay.
So
Okey dokey.
yeah, I think sometimes there may be some things that sneak in, but I don't think. I think we can leave the trolley car. Maybe we'll get a trolley car back in town.
Well, maybe we will. Okay, just wanted to mention it.
Any, Jamin, you had another one?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where it was. One moment, please.
Yep. I love the fact it says trolley car. Good catch, Paula.
Yeah, good get. Under, was it 137-13, violations and penalties? The way I read this seemed pretty dangerous. Essentially, the way I see it is it says that if you can be sent to prison for 30 days for every day that there's a violation. Am I reading that wrong?
That would be statute.
Sorry.
Yeah, that is what it says any person who violates this provision shall, in addition to other penalties, be subject to a fine of 50 to 100, or 50 to 200, and up to 30 days for each offense. Yeah, that is what it says. I mean, yeah, and let me check to see if this mirrors a state statute.
That's pretty stiff.
State statute.
I would say it is gonna, because if we write a citation, it's gonna go to state court. It's easy. What are they citing? They're citing,
19, I mean, I don't know what, it's,
looks like they're citing 12-146A. Wait a minute. Or it could be 7-1. Okay, wait a minute, that's the hearing officer statute.
yeah, I mean, I think that is the penalty that the town had in their old code, and it looks like they want to, the health director wants to continue to have in the existing code. We can certainly amend it to be less severe, but I'm assuming that the 30 days is there it's up to 30 days, and I think it's supposed to be giving the judge discretion based off of the nature of the violation. So this is under inspections for violations of food establishments.
But that's a state code.
Yeah.
Apparently, I can go to jail.
That's the state statute you're reading, right?
Well, no, this is our code, so and it doesn't have a.
But what does the state statute say for,
Penalties for.
first of all, nobody goes to jail.
I know, but if it's in there, I mean,
Nobody goes to jail.
30 days for every
Nobody goes to
day
jail.
of.
You're not going to jail for this.
Okay, Tony, I'll call you if they ever come after me.
Plan on violating the code.
No, but
We're
sometimes,
gonna go for the money.
But I don't think it's either or. I think it's one and two.
No, it's and or. It's and
Is it
or.
and
It's
or?
and or. Food establishments. inspection violations, 19A-36L. The food code, bake sales, foodborne illness outbreak, sushi rice. Yeah, there's a section on sushi rice by itself. Posting of menu requirements, food allergy display poster, health protection audit, transportation of water in bulk, civil penalties. Here we go. It lets the municipality or the commissioner of public health set such penalties as may be deemed necessary to enforce the provisions here. Okay. So it looks like that, it looks to me that these sections give us, as towns or the Department of Public Health, discretion to set what they want the penalties to be. So let me look. I'm getting all these different towns. Violation policies. Can somebody look up, oh God, I need to write these down. Can I borrow your pen? So there's 6 different regulations that apply to this. There's 19A-36, 19A-220, 19A-230, 19-13-B1, and 19-13-B2. So those are the statutes on penalties. So let's take a peek to see if our proposed penalty lines up with any of the state ones. 19A-36. The Department of Public Health may set up regulations, yada, 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 yada. It gives the empowerment of a local public works director to enforce this section. Okay, so this section does not look like microorganism, water. Yeah, this section doesn't seem to be directly applicable. It's all about water stuff. Public swimming pools and the like. Okay, so let's go to the next one.
I think it's 2:30.
Okay, thanks, Amanda. 230. Okay, fines, yeah. Any person who violates a provision of this chapter or any director of health or board of health for which there is no other penalty provided shall be guilty of a Class C misdemeanor. So the default is a Class C misdemeanor.
And if you go look that up, you're gonna find it's even probably more.
Yeah, so that's the default by state statute is if we don't have something, then the default is a Class C misdemeanor, but we could change it. It used to be, according to this, it was amended in 1949. It used to read a fine of $100 or imprisonment for 3 months or both, or Class C misdemeanor. So in 1949, they changed it to the current language, which is just a Class C misdemeanor as the default, but it lets the towns set something else. So apparently at some point or another, someone in the town thought 30 days in jail for each day of the offense and a range of $50 to $200, it would be appropriate. But it doesn't, I don't know when the code was adopted to change it to that. Presumably it's after 1949.
All right, well, thank you. I don't know, I'm astonished.
Along with the trolley.
Along with the trolley.
Do we want to change that?
I mean, it's gonna be more
If you go with misdemeanor, it'll be more.
It gives the judge the right to consider less. Nobody's.
I guess that was just shockingly stiff for, 30 days for each day that you're in violation. That adds up pretty fast.
Is that each day that you're in violation and you're open? Because, right, if it's a food violation, is this supposed to prevent, like, mass I don't know.
Well, I would,
I would say
I feel that
it's open.
if the violation warrants that kind of a repercussion, I don't think you can remain open with a violation of, I mean, it wouldn't make any sense to
Yeah, no,
me
it wouldn't make any sense to me either.
whatsoever. Why would they allow you to stay open and incur more jail time, if you will?
Well, maybe that's why it's
Or
so
why
harsh.
even give you jail time you know, unless it's a harsh enough offense to close your place of business.
Maybe that's why it's so harsh, to prevent somebody from just saying, forget it, I'll just keep running without the license.
Try and get them,
Then
try
we
to
got a
get
bigger
them
problem.
license.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess leave it the way it is then, if that makes sense to everyone.
It's on record. If you go to jail, call Tony.
Well, call Tony as your witness.
What type of coffee do you like?
Plus years, nobody's going.
I'll bring you cigarettes.
I'll take a motion to accept and adopt, or approve and adopt the changes with the amendment proposed by Mr. DeProto earlier of Chapter 146, 150, 151, 189. And for the record, that amendment was the Scribner errors that you corrected.
I had one more, just,
Go ahead.
where is it? Under inspection, I'm sorry, I didn't have a chance to.
No, you're good.
Under inspection, it says, the inspector can essentially condemn food that is suspected of being contaminated or in some way inappropriate for to be served. But then it goes on to say that, the least the way I read it was that it says that you're supposed to, as a business, keep that food where it is in the condition that it is until the issue is resolved, which seems strange to me unless I'm misreading it.
What section are you in?
It was under page 3, under the inspection section.
I think what they're trying to say is the resolution is that it be discarded, but not. Let's say you have a bakery that's got some contaminated product in it. Don't take it, put it in the walk-in for now, and say I'm going to get rid of it later for cross-contamination purposes or whatever else. That's the way but it is very vague, the way it's spelled out. I see what you mean, like one says
Yeah,
it must be disposed of and removed of, and the other hand, it says it must stay right where it is until it's resolved.
Yeah, but the health inspector's gonna tell you you can dispose of it.
That's the resolution, I would assume that's what they mean by the resolved resolution, is that it's disposed of.
At the time that the health director has made the determination, they're gonna give you permission to dispose and cite you.
And that's fine, the way it read to me when I was looking at it.
What part of 3 are you looking at, Jamin? This is 146-7? Or what's the code section on it? Because the pages repeat a lot.
I think he's under, page 4, inspections and procedure.
No, it's not in housing standards, it's before that, it's in the,
Let's see.
page 3, yeah.
Because there's a lot of page 3s.
Yeah, I know, I realized that after I started going through. Sorry, everybody.
Confinement of individuals? No, this is
No.
individuals. Confinement of individuals.
Inspection, it must be in here somewhere.
Okay, is it page 4? Because you got it, if you read E, is it E? Page 4.
D, I think.
137-6.
Correct, 137-6.
If you read E,
Oh, I think that just means that they can say, don't throw it out, keep it because we're gonna do testing on it. Without having to get written notice, so they don't need to go to they don't need like a warrant or something to withhold it, I don't.
Okay,
and then F makes them confirm it in writing.
Next time we have a big ordinance change, if we could have the director that is affected by the change come to the meeting, I think Maura probably could have answered all these questions in a
She
minute.
did come to the meeting, so.
Oh,
the
she came
time
to the
for
first-
all of this
you was
would
at
have
the-
been during the regular meeting, so
Yeah, yeah.
now it's the public hearing, and we legally can't make changes now, because we'd have to have another public hearing, so people have a chance to review it.
Okay,
So
I
she
understand.
did come.
Okay, okay, okay.
As long as the meaning's correct. Sometimes you read things in a way it bounces around inside that noggin, doesn't always.
Yep.
They are required to give you written notice.
Yeah, that's not the problem. Just the way it sounded in practice was you have a bunch of rotten macaroni and cheese or something sitting and they, but the way I read it said, oh, you have to keep it there until, and I was like, I wouldn't want to do that,
But without prior written notice, obtain a sample and/or place a hold upon order foodstuff, substance, which has been determined or has probable cause to believe unwholesome, deteriorated, adulterated, and then F requires that at some point they have to give you a written notice.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, everybody.
Any other discussion? Okay, hearing none, I'll accept a motion to approve and adopt the town code, chapter 137, 146, 150, 151, 189, changes with the Scribner errors amended.
So moved.
So moved.
Made by Jamin, seconded by Paula. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Next is approve and adopt the town codes for the peddling and soliciting fees by adding a subsection regarding the exemption for town-approved events as recommended by the Community Events Committee. Any further discussion on that? Okay, I'll accept a motion to approve.
So moved.
Made by Jamin.
Second.
Second by Brian. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstention, motion carries. Next, we have item D1, new business, approve the town manager's appointment of recreation director. Mr. Gagny, Tony.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Unfortunately, there was a little confusion because I did want to have Mr. Gagny here, and we'll bring him, if approved, to the next council meeting. At any rate, myself, former recreation director and now superintendent of recreation in Newington, and HR slash assistant to the town manager, interviewed candidates. We had actually three very good candidates. It was tough, but I felt that Mr. Gagny was the best fit for our organization, and I think he brings the education and experience and training that we're looking for, and has handled similar type situations to Cromwell in the past, specifically Brookfield, Trumbull, be it as a supervisor or a program manager, but I think he has the wherewithal to be an excellent director of recreation for us.
Okay. Any questions for the town manager on his recommendation?
You said Scott was also part of the process?
What?
You said Scott was also part of the process yeah?
This is appointment, sir.
Okay, got it. So we just need to consent to the approve your
Your
appointment.
approval of my appointment. Yeah, and Scott was, I asked Scott to come back and sit
Yep.
on the panel.
Good.
Scott felt confidence in this gentleman?
Yes.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll take a motion to approve the town manager's appointment of the recreation director.
So moved.
Made by Jamin,
Second.
second by Al. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, abstention, motion carries. Now I'll take a motion to adjourn at 5:36. Made by Jamin, second by Mr. Waters.